chains. Why are they in the gym? And how are they used? If you're a novice lifter, or maybe your gym simply doesn't use chains, these could be confusing, but I'm going to explain how and why they are used. So if you kind of wondered about chains and how they're used and what they're for, I'm going to give a brief tutorial. My name is Scott Garan. I'm a master fitness trainer here in Kent, Ohio at Garan Fitness Consulting. Been training people for 25 years. I'm also a strength and conditioning coach, bodybuilding coach, a lot of different certifications. But I try to get back to some of the old school stuff and teach you some of the basics and maybe some new things. So if you've never seen chains, how or why they're used, that's what I'm going to explain now. So we're talking chains and how to use them, why we use them. Think of plates as weights, but they're not flexible. So they're not conducive to a lot of body weight exercises. So let's say we're doing a chin up, a pull up, or a dip. And we get to that point where, if you only can do 4 dips, let's say, well, you don't need more weight. Just keep doing more reps. But let's say I'm now doing 20 dips or 20 pull-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups, whatever. So eventually we want to add more resistance, just like we do in any other exercise. But we're using body weight, and so that kind of limits us. So we have this option. You put this around your waist, then you got a chain and you can hang additional weights on, but it's kind of inconvenient because it's hanging on your hips and it's kind of hard to get into place. So a good method to add resistance to your dips, chins, pull-ups, whatever, is a chain. It's a flexible weight. So this is a 45-pound chain. And so these are effective for, like I said, for any of those exercises. You just simply drape another one over, depending on how much weight you need. And these chains come in different sizes, and lengths. So it's basically different weights. So it's a very effective way to add resistance to your body weight moves. Now I'm going to discuss another way that chains are important to get through sticking points in some of the big lifts. So we're talking about chains. How to use chains to get through sticking points. And sticking points is one of the things that we all experience. When I wanted to hit 300, it was a bad time for me. I could go 290 for 3 or 4 reps. But for some reason, mentally, I couldn't get to 300. It just sounded good. So that's where chains came in place. So the way chains work is we're mechanically weaker here. And as we come up, we get mechanically stronger. So, as we're picking up these links, it's getting heavier and heavier. So let's say this is a 45-pound chain. So I have 2 45-pound chains. So, that's 90 pounds, but we're not going to lift all of it because a lot of the tail is left on the bottom here. So, I'm going to estimate 50% of the chain is at its highest point. So that's another 50 pounds. So if let's say we're shooting for a 200-pound bench, and we can currently do 190, but it's 200 just sounds heavy. So we're going to add weight on here. We're just not going to do all chains, but I'm just doing this chains only just for the demonstration. But so let's say we want to do 200 pounds. So we're going to throw about 170 on our bar. We know we can do 170. We can't do 200. But we're going to add 170 plus these chains. So if we're, let's say 25 pounds, and this is not exact science. So that's 50 pounds. So we're about 220 is what we're actually going to do here. So mechanically, on this weak, the weakest here, as it comes up, mechanically I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So here we go. So let's say we have 170 already on here. So I'm a lot less links here, and then as I'm pressing, I'm picking up more links. So that is a way to get to those sticking points, because it tells your body that the top you can lift 220. The bottom you might not be able to do it, but use that as a tool to get through those sticking points. So those are my tips on how to use chains in your training program and just break through some of those sticking points. Thanks for checking out GaranFitnessConsulting.com.